Hey guys, Dave Miller from EcoWise Homes here. I've just been on site for the day. I've got home and I wanted to do a bit something a bit different for you guys. I want to chat to you about project scheduling and job management. So let's go into the office and I'll see how this goes, sharing the computer screen with you.
So there's three things I want to explain today: is project management, business management, and also personal management. So we'll touch on project management for a start, then we'll work our way through the remaining. So here's a Gantt chart of the project schedules that I use. So if you're not familiar with the Gantt chart, here's all the tasks involved for this project. As you can see, there's a fair few. And then here's the date and the correlation of the task and the date when it's happening and what it is. So this is what I'm very transparent as a builder. I actually give my clients access to the live Gantt chart that I use. They just a visual thing, they can't edit it. And I find it's really good. I'm a big fan of communicating without actually communicating. But they can, with the URL link I send them, save it on their phone. They can be laying in bed at night time or away on holidays, and can see, all right, what's happening on our job sites this week and the next coming weeks. But also, which is equally important, is they can scroll through to the end of the project and see that estimated completed time. So within each job, there's categories. So you got your sort of site works, concrete slab, wall framing, roof framing. Then within those categories, there's actual tasks involved, which is the task on site. But the actual task on site, there's actually subtasks required for that task on site to happen. So I'll break it down into the project in the individual tasks, for example, like roof plumbing, and then like window delivery, and then I've got little subtasks underneath them, those tasks to do. So that's what I see, that works really good. So that's what the client sees, that works really good. But for me, myself as a builder, I find this works really well, where I actually can view the subtask. Once it loads. So say for example, this project is a good one, the window's coming up. So obviously you just can't get windows there straight away. It takes a fair bit of communication to make sure that happens. So at the start of the job, I always email all my trades, suppliers, the major ones at least, and just say, hey, starting the project at XYZ, I expect your part of the job to be such and such date. Yep, no worries. They actually get a link to the Gantt chart, but someone choose not to look at that, which that's fine. But anyway, so they have a rough estimate of when they've sort of got the schedule in for. But to keep things moving and make sure that, it only takes the slab prep or framing to be delayed with wet weather and that sort of thing, the things to drag out. So to keep the communication going, I always, like say, like for a Windows supplier, I will touch base with them 10 weeks prior to ordering the Windows, and then 6 weeks prior to ordering the Windows, touch base again. Hey, just let you know, 6 weeks away, just a quick email. And then 2 weeks beforehand, hey, just let you know, I'm all good, ready for that date. How you guys going? And 9 times out of 10, it works really well. And another good example would be, like, say, to the electrical roughing, like to have the electricians come on to a job site to rough in. There's a few things that we need to require. Obviously, we need like a full electrical plan, which generally that comes with the projects that I do through the architectural firms. But often there may not be like some feature lights selected. So, 2 months out or 8 weeks away from the electrical roughing over here, I've actually touched base with this client, just say, hey, just let you know, I'm about 8 weeks from the electrician being on site. Have you given any thought into any feature line that you may or may not want for this project? Just give it a thought. So then that's ticked off. And then all these tasks actually come up into my Asana, which integrates with Instagantt, which gives me like a daily and weekly sort of task list in that to do, which I'll show you in a second. So then 2 weeks out from the electrician coming on site, I just touch base with my client again in my weekly meetings and say, hey, how'd you know with the electrical lighting? Can you please send through the details? Boom, they come through, I've got all the specs and that sort of thing, 2 weeks out. On that same day, double check with the electrician and say, hey, how are you going on such and such date to rough in? Yep, no worries. Also, with the sort of like things like electrician and plumbers, I'll just also do a walkthrough with the electrical company and plumbing company, and trade tilers now, just to make sure what the clients expect is correct. So 2 weeks to get arranged with electrician, the client walkthrough, that's sort of 2 weeks in advance. Yeah, this sort of works really well for me, guys. Is throughout coronavirus, material shortages, and that, I've sort of managed to keep all my jobs running fairly smoothly without no major delays and that sort of thing. So that's the sort of job scheduling. So at the start of the job, I'll drag all the tasks around, give myself the correct lead times as far as, the 10 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 weeks lead times and that, and what's actually relevant on site. The 4 weeks to do the carpentry lock up and that sort of thing. So all those tasks and subtasks come through to this project called a project management system called Asana. So in Asana, anything here and in this highlight section is my today task. So I'll break today's task down into 3 different sections. So on-site task, project management, and office task. So the on-site's obviously on a construction site. So here I've got day bed area, window height, and beam. So I just want to, the other day thinking in the office, I need to just confirm how the beam correlates to the window height on that project. So just a little note that when I'm on site, I've just got to check that. And then project manager is what I actually call, like I can do it from my ute, I can do it from the side of the road, anywhere, hardware shop, in my use, so I'll be doing a laptop, tablet or phone sort of task. So you can see here I've got Lego bag, disregard that one, my mum's going to make a Lego bag for my children. Call cases, so just follow up someone. Here I've just got to follow up seal pans 1 day after, so I'm just following up a supplier, just make sure how they're going with that order, and then add things to Asana. So very big on systemization. So all those tasks that happen on site, I've actually got little notes in that to the boys on site and myself, got a little checklist to follow through with. So that's something I always add into, so I've got a few things I want to add into there. And then office tasks is tasks that relate to things that are in my office or at home. So here I've got plant vegetables and nurture, so that's just something at home. I need to sort out the vegetable garden and keep that moving. And then here I've got a task to create a video for you guys and that sort of thing. So and then after the day's task, we have the days of the week. So that's Monday next week, Tuesday is a week's time, Wednesday is tomorrow, Thursday is the day after, and then Friday's the day after that, and then the weekend. And then anything after here is anything outside of a week that is not super irrelevant. You don't really need to know it that much to plan sort of that part of it, and that's something I believe. So yeah, it's really good for job management, but also personal management. As you can see, I've got move my tools. There's all sorts of different stuff that I use for my finances, just to check things annually, quarterly, and that sort of thing. And it's really good with business too. Like here, I've got a quarterly business task. So that's like a task I check in every quarter. To make sure that just P&L and all that's going right. Just make sure everything's all traveling well with the business and that sort of thing. And the same here, every week there's tasks to move invoices to Dex, which is just a accounting software sort of thing I use, and then adjust the Gantt chart. So it's all just just project management. And then bi-weekly I do a weekly review, so every second week and that. So from a business perspective, it's been amazing. It just freed my mind up to, I suppose, think a lot more about the jobs and just not stressing that I'm missing things. And the same with the project management. You go through the start of the job, schedule it all out, and it's all organised, and you're going to get your prompt for reminders and that sort of thing. So, but yeah, this works for me, guys. I'm sure it doesn't work for every builder. I'm only a small builder. Generally, I've just got 2 jobs running at once and that sort of thing, and it seems to work fairly well. But yeah, no, it's something that works for me. I'm not sure it would work for you, but I thought any potential client out there may be interested to know what's involved with running a building company and all the stuff that happens behind the scenes. So, guys, hope you enjoyed the video and stay tuned for some more. Thanks.